Restoration is brought to you by
High Sense, everyday prices for everyday people.
Yes, extra long sanitary pad for extra comfort.
We got gas protection.
Sometimes when winds blow, they do not blow to distract you. Sometimes it's just God's own way of redirecting your ways or the things that you've held on so long and afraid to let go. Welcome to Restoration. Let's go take a word from our sponsors.
GTP, timeless.
Hello, your friend Jackie. So we will be a winning on who are the jet to Semia and Pimpino. You to me 5 gems if in Kitadia, you need your Brucia, your fans, any and down for any. Nanso, who bet to me about home by using a Donko hand sanitizer, debia, any bribia. Every say you to me 5 gems if in Yama Yasa is so. A Donko hand sanitizer, bet to me about home by debia, free gems, bacteria, you need in home. A Donko hand sanitizer, sure or do. Never home by
FD, I said, Jedi and Kratoimu Adia to say a year.
I remember the days I just couldn't go to the gym because it was that time of the month. Yas extra long sanitary pad took the worry away. Easy.
Yes, comfort. I got yes, confidence. I got yes.
The new Yas extra long sanitary pad is the joy of every woman. It is extra absorbent and fits perfect. Don't allow anything to hold you back when it's that time.
wow.
Yes.
Feel confident, stay fresh.
Hi. It's supposed to be that time of the month?
Yes.
I got yes, confidence. I got
Yes.
we got yes, protection. I got
Yas extra long sanitary pad for extra comfort.
we got yes, protection.
If it's in 1967, High Sense and the Sukra Boshim say, Yadia, ya bay home appliances, a ye papa, none bo at that from a man crankra, I will reassure for Nangina. High Sense, Yadia, the why I want to say, Yan your my yet, a buanipa, a walk on your seniors, and the Nama Mimusawe, a dear Ben Sana we hear, refrigerator, air conditioner, television, gas cooker, electric cooker, iron, rice cooker, washing machine, steamer, kettle, mobile phone, sound system, and now blender, a mongra, to an amount of High Sense showroom BM. Naturally say, Ubenya dear name water from Pato. Exactly a GM would say in your Maya papentin. High Sense a penny of Jumekua, a minimum 5 years warranty. Ye initial one when you did that, until you see one from. Now, that dear will honor to bar some swat. You just see you come, and your Maya papa, and your ma efe. If you and your ma and saying in a mahmoudin. Another High Sense, yeah, High Sense. Everyday prices for everyday people.
For skin that's dull and dry, Vaseline Cocoa Glow with pure cocoa and shea butter, blended with micro droplets of Vaseline jelly, revealing glowing, radiant skin for glowing radiance.
Restoration.
Thank you to Ophelia of ABS Collection for my outfit, to Harry's Professional Hair Studio for my hair, to GH Beauty Artistry for my makeup, to the Souza Catering. Thank you very much for feeding my crew and I. And a very big thank you to Axis Suites. And Axis Suites is located at Nyaniba Junction, just opposite Labone Junction. You can find them just by Vaniado. So anytime you're looking at taking the family somewhere to get away from home, make sure you call Axis Suites. And a very big thank you to Kofi Africa Photography and to Antonio Shottet. They are our official photographers. And of course, Team M-Clan Media Productions. Thank you very much. There are times that things happen to us that make us feel our world has come to an end. And as I say that, let me just do what I love to do. My original Adunko hand sanitizer. So now that I have that done, I can move on to my guest. There are times that we feel the things that happen to us happen for us to break down, but sometimes it's just God's own way of giving you something new. Our guest has a story that will push every young man or woman out there to go out and chase their dreams. Our guest today is Grace Quarshie. Grace, how are you?
Thank you. I'm very fine. Thank you so much.
I love the dress.
Thank you so much.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
You've not used your hand sanitizer yet?
Okay.
Yes.
I also love doing that.
Yes.
It's very necessary.
We don't know what we've touched, so let's just be safe.
Yes. Thank you so much, Adunko.
And I hope you love the feel.
Yes, it's so beautiful.
The aloe vera.
Yeah, so nice. Thank you so much.
So tell me, if we say Grace Quarshie, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so Grace Quarshie is an entrepreneur. I'm an author, and I'm a life and confidence coach.
Awesome.
Yes. So basically, I used to work in the corporate world, and I lost my job, and I became an entrepreneur. So
how? What happened?
Well, Stacey, as you rightly said, I was like, as if you were in my mind. You know, sometimes things happen that, and we think that it's supposed to throw us off the course of our lives, but sometimes it is God ordained way of bringing our blessings to us. Yes. So in 2016, and those were the days of the Bank of Ghana increasing the bank's minimum capital. So the bank, I worked with one of the premium banks in Ghana, and my bank, they were very fast. They had to be very strategic and took steps so that they would not go into loss. Yes. So about 200 and over people were laid off. Anytime I'm saying this story, people are like, what? When did it happen? Yes, 200 people were laid off. And
just like that?
Just like that, yes, they were laid off. Now, that's 2016 in August. Now, from January, when the Bank of Ghana started announcing that banks should make, now the capital has been increased, so banks should make sure that they get money, they work on their shareholders and all that. So we were informed, and so many strategies were put in place so that we could raise the capital. So we were asked to even go out and bring more accounts and all that. Every staff were given a target and all that. But we did so many things, it couldn't work. And at the end of the day, the last option, because staff cost was one of the main reasons why the bank had so many costs to fulfill. So we had to reduce the staff, and we were told and explained that this is some of the only option the bank has now is to reduce the number of staff. And these are not contract staffs, they are permanent. Yes, I was a permanent staff on the house allowance, clothing allowance, fuel, and everything, you know. So that was what happened 2016. So about 200 people were laid off. Yeah,
I'm sure in a corporate environment you would have wind of it that this is going to happen.
Yes.
Did you ever think you were going to be caught up?
So first of all, we heard the rumor going on, and then it was on the news that all the banks should raise a certain minimum capital. So it was everywhere. And then we started hearing that now the bank we put in so many strategies to raise that capital, but it wasn't working. So the last option was to lay some people off and do some retrenchment and all that. So we heard it was in the news, but as to who is going home and who is staying, we didn't know. So we had to wait till we know our fate on the 2016 in August. Yeah.
So how did they do it? Did you go to work one day and you were called by your HR and handed a letter, or was it sent to you via mail? How did it happen?
Okay, so when a company is taking the redundancy, there's a process they go through. So they meet the staff, they talk to the staff. It's not like they talk to the specific people who are going home, but all the staffs.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah. That is the pep talk to psyche.
Yes.
But when they did their final selection.
Yeah.
How was it presented to you?
We were all met, and then they told us and the last day of August, because on the 1st of September, certain allowances will start rolling. So you have to make sure that by 31st August, you are not there. So 3 days to 31st August, HR met us and told us that, I think it was a Monday, so we had a meeting and the HR said, the D-Day is going to be on Wednesday. So we had a meeting. Last killer. We're all in the hall. We had a meeting, and even the HR who was presenting the news to us said, "Look, me myself, I don't even know as of now. So let us all be on guide. At least you know what is going to happen and all that." So Monday ended. We came back to work on Tuesday. I mean, the atmosphere was not all that.
It was tense.
Yes, because you don't know, and everybody had confidence in them that, I am not going home. If it's me that, no, it's not me. So we came back on Wednesday, and the meeting was set for 10 a.m. So what happened was that if you are there, as I'm saying this, I had good pimples all over my body, because if you are there and you see a phone call from your head of department, it means that you are part of the people going home. Yes. So we had the head of department had a meeting with HR. They set the meeting up and all that. So in my department, we're like 18 or so. We're split into two. Almost 8 people were laid off. So my supervisor was called and I was working. So I was like, okay, let me just focus on what I'm doing. So they called her and she went upstairs. And by the time the envelope was white. So if you see anybody holding a white envelope, then it means that they are having their redundancy package in it. So after she was called, and one person was also called, and I was just working, but I don't know, all of a sudden I felt like they poured ice water on me. I was shivering. Yes, I felt so cold, and I was like, what is it? Before I wanted to clear my mind of that emotion, my phone started ringing, and that was my head of department calling me.
Hi.
So I just picked up the phone and I showed it to my colleague. I said, "Guys, I have been called." And everybody was like, they were just shaking their head like this. And so it was very difficult for me to even climb the staircase where the meeting was being held. And at that particular moment, so when I picked the phone, my head of department said, "Grace, how are you?" I said, "I'm fine." He said, "Can you come upstairs to the meeting, so meeting room?" I said, "Okay." I mean, it's obvious. I knew what was going to happen. So I managed to get there. And when I got there, yes, she was there. HR was there, set a table with water, tissue, and all those things. Yes. So in case you start crying and all that, yeah. So I sat down and my head of department started talking. She said, "Look, Grace, we've come a long way. In fact, you are like a sister to me. We are not like a boss and a subordinate. But this is so hard for me to tell you. But unfortunately, you are part of the people going home." I said, "Wow." So when she said that, I said, So I started removing my name tag. He said, "Oh, don't worry, hold on. When you go downstairs, just take your time and pack your things and all that. And this is the reason you've heard from the beginning of this year what the bank was trying to do to save everybody, but we can't. And this is the last option that we have to take. I'm so sorry that you are part of this, the 200 people going home." And then HR came in and they also apologized and said, "Look, we've given you a very good package. And with this package, I know that you can start something with your life. And also there are some companies we've listed that you can even contact them if you want to go and work again and all that." So I just thanked them.
It wasn't a bad deal.
Oh yes, I mean, the bank did so well. The package was excellent. Everything was inside. So I took the envelope and I thanked them. So there's a form. When you pick the envelope, you sign. You're supposed to go through the contract and then you sign, get a witness, and then you bring it after 2 weeks and all that. So I took the letter. So that was it. So when I took the letter, I was coming up. Now I felt like the under of my feet became so heavy and I couldn't even walk. And I started feeling dizzy. So I had my phone with me and I called my husband and I told him that he was just waiting for the results. So I called him. As soon as I called him, he said, it is well. That's my husband's favorite statement. He said, it is well. Don't worry. You just take your time, work and come. By the time I came back to the office, like half of the people have gone. There was nobody in the office. I said, where is everybody? So apparently some people have already been called, but they were hiding. So, I mean, they just packed their things and off. That was it. 31st August 2016.
The drive from the office to your house that day.
I don't want to remember that incident. It was you see, when I started working at the bank, I worked in the banking industry for 8 years. And one of my dream was to rise to the corporate ladder, just like anybody. And so I was working very hard. At a point in time, I even got an acknowledgement as a star performer because any target appraiser, I crashed my goals and all that. So for me, it was like my dream has come to an end. So when I was driving home, it was very difficult. My husband asked me, should somebody come and pick me up? I said, no, don't worry, I'll try and come home. So I was dizzy. I was like asking myself, maybe I'm dreaming, so that I'll wake up and then, this one is just a dream. I'll get my job again and all that. And that was it. That was it. And unfortunately for me, my husband had just been given an appointment. He's a pastor in another country. So that particular day, he was not in the house.
Oh.
Yeah, he was not in the house.
So there was no one to go home to cry to?
No, it was only God who held me. It was only God. He came back. I was laid off on Wednesday. He came back on Sunday. It was only God who held me, you know.
Wow. So between the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you were alone.
I was alone.
Going through the emotions.
Yeah, going through those times were like as if I was in another world, you know. So I couldn't even pick my phone. People were calling. I was just looking at my phone. It was only my husband that I could talk to. So I think the Friday or so, I picked my phone. I called my pastor to inform him because we have that close relation, me and my husband. So I called him. That's Reverend Andy Yorsin. I called him and I told him that this is what has happened, and he was shocked. And I said, "Well, that is what has happened."
Yes,
so yes. So he encouraged me, and there was one word he told me that up to now still rings in my mind because Stacey, when you are being laid off, in fact, the word they use is redundancy. So after I came back, I was looking at the word redundancy. It means you are useless.
Useless.
In their context, you are useless for whatever they were giving, so they don't need you anymore. And those thoughts really broke me. For me to, it made my self-esteem come down. I was like, as if you are nothing. So when I called him, he told me that, look, go and be the champion that you are. That is what he told me. And that word kept on ringing in my mind. Go and be there. So somebody said you are useless, and somebody is now telling you that you're a champion. So you could see the difference. So which
it was up to you to choose?
Yes. So I decided to say that I am a champion, and whatever has been given to me now, whatever has been thrown at me now, it's up to me to turn it around and to make it what I want to be as a champion. So that was how I started my journey of restoration.
Wow. This is something. I'm lost for words.
Yeah.
You go to work.
Yeah.
Everything is fine. You're called up.
Yeah.
And you lose everything.
Yes. So you know when you are working, you plan your salary. And in that year, when I started working, we're like 2 years into our marriage. And the goal was that when I start working, as soon as we get married, we'll start building our house so that we'll not live in a rented apartment for too long. So we have started our building. And so my salary was like channeled into the building
to support.
Yes, to all the building stuff and all that. And my husband's salary was used to manage the house. Yes, so it happened that building now, we cannot even continue again. we cannot continue again. And then I've also even I didn't want to take a loan to buy a car, but you see, peer pressure. My friends, go and take. They are taking. So I went and
for that loan.
Yes, and I bought a car. I didn't take too much because I was afraid. So when the package was given, they would take the loan out of it. Yes,
but you still had something substantial.
Oh yes. I had something to live to run my life with for some time. Yeah.
Whoa, this is some story, but we'll have to go for this break. We'll be right back after the break.
If it's in 1967, high sense at the Sukraye Boshim say, Yadia, ya be your home appliances, a ye papa, nane bo edda from ama ankra, ewo riasia fanenina. High sense, yadia di wagwa ye hone say, yan your ma ye yet, a buanipa, a wakon ya senginas, and ye na mami musawe. A dear Ben Sana we here. Refrigerator, air conditioner, television, gas cooker, electric cooker, iron, rice cooker, washing machine, steamer, kettle, mobile phone, sound system, and now blender, a monogra. To an amount of high sense showroom BM. Najidi say, Ubenya dear name water from Pato. A sense here, Jim, would you say any of my papentin? High sense a penny of Jumekua, a minimum 5 years warranty. Ye initial one when you did that, until you see one from. Now, that dear will honor to the bass and swat. Your shit will come, and your man, your papa, and your ma, if you and your ma, and saying in a more ding, and on the high sense, high sense. Everyday prices for everyday people.
GTP Timeless.
Erina FSC. Eria Akono. Afro chicken yinu. Emuto kama. Afro chicken yinu ema ho fesun kokra. Afede natural hair phones when your hair extension. How old to Afro chicken rini be ni border fem boko. A natural as a sexual obi who difference. Afro chick HBS ne kofa by Obenya e wokoko mlemle ye Benjoy FM. Frey 0202 747464. Afro chick ahofe krojien chinie no ho.
I remember the days I just couldn't go to the gym because it was that time of the month. Yas extra long sanitary pad took the worry away. Easy.
Yes, comfort, I got yes, confidence, I got yes.
The new Yas Extra Long Sanitary Pad is the joy of every woman. It is extra absorbent and fits perfect. Don't allow anything to hold you back when it's that time.
Wow.
Yes.
Feel confident, stay fresh.
Hi. Is it supposed to be that time of the month?
Yes. I got yes, confidence, I got
yes.
We got yes, protection, I got
Yas Extra Long Sanitary Pad for extra comfort.
we got yes, protection.
So bet matter we are. A chance of betting is what away. Who best dance what we are assassin. Assassin so there, the name water for more. Monsoon you. Our Jim Ray Company Limited. What did Jim Ray? Now they accept. Jim Ray is assassin. Everywhere to carry. Conformia, Afianya, West Palm City Kaswa, East Palm City Kaswa, and the Shire Hills. Numbers near 0509 461675 and 0265 149942.
I love to eat a tasty breakfast in the morning. Something delicious and healthy, filled with vitamins. That's my day right, makes me so bright. Keeps my body happy. Let me tell you about what I eat. It's my secret. Hooch, crunchy, crunch, cornflakes. Hooch, crunchy, crunch, cornflakes. Hooch, crunchy, crunch, cornflakes. Yeah. Hooch, Hooch, crunchy, crunch, cornflakes. Hooch, crunchy, crunch, cornflakes. Crunchy!
Hi, my name is Jackie. If you're an active person like myself, there's nothing much you can do without picking up a few germs from my daily contact with fans, family, and friends. But you can protect yourself by using hand sanitizer. Use Adonko hand sanitizer daily and frequently, as a high percentage of germs are transmitted through hand contact. Adonko hand sanitizer gives you that daily protection from germs, bacteria you can't see. Adonko hand sanitizer. Show love, protect yourself.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
For skin that's dull and dry, Vaseline Cocoa Glow with pure cocoa and shea butter. Blended with micro droplets of Vaseline jelly, revealing glowing, radiant skin. For glowing radiance.
Welcome to another week of the High Sense Super Crazy Giveaway moment, and we're still at Abeka La Paz. And today I am with our winner, Ernest. Ernest, that's to say. But to say how are fans, because we buy fans I demand and easy. I'm so what's that damn people wait me and you. Like in some ocean restoration pa. Now me pa show no dey hepa na ye wo fe.
Last week now in the time was Master Frida.
Oh, Prophetess Frida.
Because none some no cano. Sebi uti any some work now the two one case wa bra bo ho a wo fa ba wo ma be bo ba nti ya most of times I am a share program le pa but na say mo benya program kakra with my intelligence ama because off kakra ba say am so tie wi.
So what's the reason me?
Yeah.
The nyame ase na wo he show na dey na wo sua wo show no.
Na make no kasa na questions na wo put money pa no and then kasa no nipa bia no ya wa sa won fa wo ntoto obi ho yes I don't want to obi ho per say the oye na obi so wo but the obeka no na wo famu aba na wo so the abo obra na me hope say questions na wo put mo any answers na odo mo omo ma out no ya me fa na me go obra to am
e de bon se ma ho why ade tie na ye ba ya amba no bone wo hwe show na to say high sense e tai smile won krofo ho nti na high sense asmile wo ho almost say encounter say das semre ni bre opai adaje na wo hwe show no nti na ye ba ya high sense for se menfa we emma na me hu say wo ton niema so to me kofa high sense niema egu shop so wo dey mention tie das na dey na wo catch high sense
dey me wo catch high sense for na say me do mo ase ya me shiro mo so mo bo we chi dom na ye wo yisum say wo mo be ma ye niema pa na yen so ye de ediga se ne be ya obi a ho be hen han no aba because high sense como product na e good na we to so problem bia sheda ni ho sa nti me bompa se o mu ni aba ko yi o mu ko yi a yen so aye wo fo mu so nso ye be ko yi nti me do mo se pa so mo bo chi do.
Yes, yeah, that's it. So this is our winner for this week's High Sense Super Crazy Giveaway moment. So this is our winner for this week's High Sense Super Crazy Giveaway moment. Restoration. Welcome back and a big congratulations to our winner for this week's High Sense Super Crazy Giveaway moment. And we are still with Grace Quarshie. Grace, that is some story. But through it all, I'm sure you were disappointed.
Yes.
You were hurt.
Yeah.
And you were angry.
As for angry, I wouldn't say I was angry. You know,
but
I was
just disappointed.
Yes,
and hurt.
I was hurt. I was disappointed, and emotionally too, it affected my self-esteem. You know, and I didn't even want to go out. So when I was in the house, and Monday, people will be asking, "Are you not going to work?" And those times we're living in an apartment, so people know that every day
you have to go to work.
Yes, so I locked myself up in the room. So that nobody, yes, are you not going to work and all that? Yeah, so I wasn't angry because I psyched up my mind from the beginning of the year. And also, you know, as a child of God, as you rightly said, for me, later on, I said that is what God had planned for my life. And he said all things work together for our good. So if something bad happens to a child of God, we should know that there is a good inside. Sometimes we might not see it immediately, but there is a good inside that when we live with an open mind, we can embrace that goodness that God had for us. And that was what happened to me.
So at what point did you start counting your blessings from the loss?
Yes, so when I was home, so many things were going through my mind. Now, before I was leaving the bank, and some of the executive management, some of them who I've worked with on some certain projects, and they know how good my work was, they gave me referral to some other banks that I should go there and ask for so and so, and let them know that I'm looking for a job. But I didn't have that urge and that desire to go anymore. Yes, and fortunately, all those banks have now collapsed now as we talk. They are no more. And some of my colleagues, fine, they had a job again, but they came back home again. So I just thank God that I didn't take that step.
It would have been double broken.
Yes. And I have a colleague who went through that. Yeah, she went through that. So I told myself that so it was during that time that the desire of job, I have it in my book. It just left me. I didn't feel to say I'm going to look for a CV, to go and look for a job, apply for a job again. I just lost that desire. But there was something that was developing in me. And that was the entrepreneurial spirit in me was now rising up. And I could sleep, I could see things that I could do. And I know that it was God who was just revealing those things for me. So one day I just woke up and I call this moment the self-discovery moment. Anytime I'm talking to people who have lost their jobs, I try to tell them, do a self-discovery. Because if you don't do a self-discovery, you don't know yourself. You don't know what you are capable of. You don't know the giftings that God has given to you. It will be very difficult. You always rely on job. And God showed me so many things that I can do. Number one, I'm a people person. I can encourage people. I can inspire people. So I began to look at something around these giftings or these skills that I have. I set targets, I achieve them and all that. But in the immediate, I didn't know what to do. So I went to school to learn how to bake. So when I went, I bought all the things they taught me. I came home and I started my business, Beulah Bakery. I got my flyers out and all that, and I was baking. I told my friends and my family. They started buying my products little by little. But one thing that struck me was that after 3 months to 4 months into the business, I lost passion for baking. Why? Because when I get up and you're working on one cake, it will take you the whole day. You feel so tired, and then you price the cake. Somebody will come and this thing is too expensive and all that. So I just the detailed work involved with cake and all those things was too much for me. And that is one thing I also tell people every time: look for something that you are passionate about, because your passion is your dream. Your passion is your fire. If you don't have passion for something, it will just be like that. You will just be doing it.
Just another thing.
Yes. Even if you have passion for something, you can do it from morning till nobody will see that you are tired, and you will still, the fire will still be there. So I didn't have passion for that. So I packed the baking aside. Now I came back again. I said, what next am I going to do? So it was in this time that I said, look, let me just fold up everything, forget about everything, go and join my husband in the other country that he was in, which is not far from Ghana, like 3.5 hours, Togo. So I went to join my husband, and by that time too, I was struggling to even have a child. So I said, no, let me just stop everything. And I went to join my husband. So it was during the anniversary of the church. Then our senior pastor came and he was preaching, and the word came to me. He said, whatever you have or whatever you do, if God brings you this thing, just go ahead and start it. The following week, during church service, after church service, a very skinny, slim lady walked towards me with a Nigerian dialect. And in fact, I didn't really want to entertain her. But as people see you, if you're a pastor, also for mommy, everybody will call you mommy, everybody, you have to greet people and all that. So I just embraced her because I'm a pastor's wife. But after I spoke with her, she told me that she would like to talk to me, and it's about a business. I said, okay. When she said a business, now, you remember a week before, the word has come about something that God is doing.
So you were alert.
I was alert. if I wasn't alert, I would have just ignored her. So I was alert. So I told her that today is not a good day. It's a Sunday after church. I have to attend to people and all that. So he should please let us book an appointment on Wednesday. So Wednesday came, and the lady, indeed, we met in the church office. And when we came out, she just pulled up a brochure and she was showing me some products and all that. Basically, the whole thing was that it was a network marketing business. As soon as she said network marketing, I just myself in my seat. I said,
that's with you.
Okay, so what is it about? So she gave me the details and all that. But you see, when God speaks something to you, even if there is darkness, God will bring the light. So when I took the brochure and I was reading the thing in the house, looking through and all that, it was so obvious that God was telling me that go into this business. I said, God, this thing requires that you build a team. You do this, you do that before you can succeed or you can do whatever. Can I do this thing? The voice was just, you just go and start. And one thing I was waiting for the confirmation of my husband. And my husband and I were on the same level about that business. So it means that this was something that God wanted us to do. So I came back to Ghana and I went to the business head office, whatever. The lady followed me. I came back, I went, I registered. It requires that you register, you get a product, and then you work on the network marketing structure to refer people, and then you start building the business. So, Stacey, when I started November 2016. I lost my job in August 2016. And I started November 2016. Within the space of 1 year, I have built a team of 3,000 plus people.
Whoa.
I've qualified for my first brand new car. I've qualified for an all expensive paid trip from the company. And then the amazing thing that happened was that now I was earning my monthly salary in a week. So you see, this one is only God who can take the credit for it. And then I became one of the top leaders in the industry. So people were now, and when I was doing my network marketing, I was telling people, I lost my job and then I started this business. And this is how far God has brought me. And this is where God is taking me and all that. And people were amazed. Then people now started telling me that, oh, me too, I lost my job 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Then
but I'm still
linking them. So your network began to grow.
Yes, some of them maybe they don't want to join, but I just encourage them because what I noticed was that almost they stay at one place for a year, 2 years. They are looking for a job, but they are not getting. So because they are not getting the job, they are there. Some of them, I met some people 4 years, 3 years, they are still there looking for a job, and the job is not coming. And I'm like, why don't you start something on your own? And they say, what do I have? I don't have capital. I don't have this.
And, you don't need capital.
You don't need capital. You don't need capital. So from there, I started developing a coaching business out of that to coach people in the network marketing industry and also to coach people how to use their skills, their giftings and all that to start a business. And I just enjoy what I'm doing.
What you do.
Yes, I just enjoy it.
So when you look back, do you regret any of what happened?
No, never. I'm that's why I'm telling the story, and that's why I said I kissed my job goodbye. I kissed it goodbye. You know, it's things that you love that you kissed. And I loved my job. I was so involved into it. That's why I think when I lost it
affected you that much.
Me. Yes. I can work from morning to 8. I will still be at the office. I don't even feel that I'm tired. I want to finish targets. Some of my friends say, hey, this job, we came to meet it. You go, please.
And you'll be amazed at some of those people who will still be there.
They will tell you that, Ejuma, we don't finish work. How can you come? So tomorrow when you come, what are you going to do? You know, I won't feel it. In fact, I feel so fulfilled when I've worked for long hours. You know, that's how, and I brought it into my business though, but it's helping me in a positive way, you know.
So should we now think that moving forward in the future, we should look at creating our own jobs?
Oh, yes.
We should look at working for ourselves.
Yes. Stacey, that is the new normal now. In fact, with what is happening currently with this pandemic, a lot of people have lost their jobs. I have a Facebook community. I lost my job. What next? A lot of people have lost their job. You know, the first interview I had on a radio station, after doing the interview, I had 50 people calling me. My phone was jammed. This one said, I've lost my job. I don't know what to do. This one said, I nearly killed. Even somebody sent me a message that they nearly killed themselves. But after listening to me, they've been encouraged. You know, so I take them, sometimes I take some of them on a recovery journey, help them to I have a very simple steps I use. I teach you how you can overcome a job loss. So we need to go into entrepreneurship. Now, there is nothing like job security again. We buried job security some 3 years ago. Now, everyone should have something in your hands. If you have a good voice, you can monetize your voice. If you can write, you can monetize your writing. If you can sing, you can monetize it. If you can smile, like you, for instance, you do a lot of photo shoots for people and all that. You have a beautiful face. You can monetize it. There is every gifting that God knows why He gives us the gifting. I tell people that the Bible says, be fruitful and multiply. It doesn't only refer to childbirth. It refers
every aspect of your life.
Every aspect of our life. And one day, God is going to judge us. Have you used so and so skills that I gave you? So if you focus on only a job, somebody has given you what to do, it limits your thinking. It limits your thinking. Even sometimes when you want to go above the work that they give, job description, they say, no, do this one.
Stay in your lane.
That is the thing. So people are there, they don't really think, or they are not creative. But when you have a business,
you have your own,
you start something, and then the rewards and the returns too are great. Even though it might be difficult. I'm talking like this, not that I didn't face challenges. Oh yes, I faced a lot of challenges, but I was determined not to go back on the job market again. So I kissed my job goodbye.
So I'm sure now with all that is happening, a lot of people need help. If anyone is in need of this help, where can they reach you?
Yes, so you can go on my Facebook page, Grace Quarshie, and my profile is Grace Quarshie. On Instagram, I'm Kiss Job Goodbye. Kiss Job Goodbye. I don't know if I can leave my number.
Yes, you can. Why
okay,
not?
Thank you so much. So you can also get my number 0244 50 12 31. 0244 50 12 31. So if you want me to help you recover, the thing that I tell people, if you don't recover from it, it will take you through your life, because your self-esteem, you will be emotionally broken and all that. So I tell people to recover. And I met people after 4 years. The thing has pained them, and some of them have blamed their bosses. Some of them have blamed their supervisors. And now on Pemasem, she didn't like me. That's why she added me to the list and all that. And that hurt is still there.
But you have to let go.
Yes, because if you don't do that, if you don't let go the hurt and the pain, it will be very difficult for your eyes to be open, for you to see what you can do with yourself, for you to see what you can do. You see, there was a lady, I even showed her what she was doing at her workplace, and she was laid off. I showed her how she can monetize it and be a consultant and teach other people, and they will pay her for it. There is nobody who should stay at home and say there is no job. We should latch the person.
It's true. Wow, this is amazing. I mean, if you're home, if you lost your job, Grace is giving you an opportunity. So make sure you call her and secure your future. Because if it's your own, the power is in your hands. You control what happens. But if you leave your fate in the hands of someone, maybe that someone would not want to let you go. But when times get hard, they wouldn't have a choice. They would have to let you go. Thank you very much. But before you go, it's all yours. Wow. You have to pick an envelope.
You do me so. Anytime I'm watching Restoration, this particular time.
It drew so.
Oh, God is good. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. Oh. Hey. Microwave.
Wow.
This is amazing.
So you take home a Hisense microwave.
For me?
For you.
Oh my God.
Yes, this is for you. You picked right.
Wow.
So this is your Hisense microwave.
Stacey, you want my color. That's where the blessing started.
Really? Yeah. Okay, then you have to pay me for wearing your color.
Sure.
And this is also coming from Lexter Ghana.
I use Yas toothbrush.
Oh, then you have a lot of toothbrushes there.
Yeah, it's very good.
Yes, it is.
Very good.
It is.
Oh, wow.
It is.
Wow.
And we also have this citation for you.
Are you people that kind?
We are always kind. And I love your tonation, so can you read it yourself?
Wow. I've never received a citation in my life before.
Oh.
Wow. Citation of honor. This citation is presented to Grace Bula-Rish on this day, 1st August. You know, it's exactly 4 years. We are in August.
Yeah, we are in August.
And I lost my job August 2016.
Wow.
For your can-do spirit and not allowing the system set standard for you. We applaud you and your commitment to encouraging the youth to be bold, to venture being entrepreneurs. Restoration with Stacey honors you as a true restoration woman. Oh my God.
Thank you very much.
I've never received a citation before.
So you have received one today. You're doing amazing.
I didn't know that you guys were too. I see it on TV.
And you think it's just for TV?
Yes.
So this is yours. Let our viewers see it.
Wow.
Yeah. So thank you very much, and God bless you, and keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you so much.
You will not see it today, but in the future, you're going to get the blessings in double folds, in 100 folds, in 1,000 folds. Because if you help 1,000 people today, they would go back in the system and pay it forward to others.
Thank you so much.
So keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you so much. I just took a step of faith. Thank you, Stacey, for the opportunity. I've been watching your music.
Now you're making me feel old. And today
God
we are
has made
here.
it possible for us to meet. So I got into your DM on Instagram, your messenger, and sometimes people like your type of high influence, they don't check their messages. So when you go back, you saw the surprise response I gave. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Continue to be the woman that you are.
Thank you.
God bless you. Some of us, we look up to you and an inspiration to us. God bless you so much.
I'm humble.
God bless you so much. And you and your husband and your crew, thank you so much for having me. You have no idea what these things you have given me. You have no idea what it has done to me. I'm saying it from the depth of my heart, not because I'm on TV. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
You're welcome.
I've never
Grace.
ever received a citation in my life before. Thank you so much.
Thank you too, darling. Well, it has been amazing. Thank you very much for watching. A big thank you to our sponsors, Yas Washing Powder and Yas Sanitary Pad, Hooch Corn and Choco Flakes, to Hisense, Jim Ray Company Limited. If you've not bought a land, call Jim Ray now and get your land. A very big thank you going out to Adonko Original Hand Sanitizer. Thank you so, so much. And of course, GTP, this beautiful fabric is a GTP fabric, and you can get your GTP fabric on the market. So I want to say a very big thank you to them. To Axis Suites, thank you very much, Vanessa and your team, for hosting us. You are incredible, and we cannot thank you enough. To the Souza Catering, Soraya, thank you for feeding us. To GH Beauty Artistry for my makeup, Ophelia of ABS Collection for my outfit. To Harry's Professional Hair Studio, thank you, Harriet, for my hair. And to Antonio Shot It and Kofi Africa Photography, our photographers. And of course, Frame Masters, who did this beautiful citation for us. We're saying a very big thank you to Team M Clan Media Production. You guys are simply amazing. And always do remember, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. We'll see you next week.
Welcome to the end of the tunnel. I see a bright light shining through, and it's just for you.